When the world's economy crumbled, money lost its meaning. People who once flaunted luxury cars, gold watches, and fat bank accounts suddenly found themselves standing in endless lines, hoping for a loaf of bread. The year was 2035, the year when money failed. No one saw it coming. The digital currency collapse happened overnight. Governments froze accounts to stop panic, banks shut down temporarily, and cash became as worthless as torn paper. Markets closed, jobs vanished, and chaos spread faster than wildfire. But amid this storm of despair, something surprising survived, something no economic crash could destroy. The fall. Amir had once been a successful businessman in Karachi. He owned a chain of restaurants, wore designer suits, and never looked at price tags. But when the financial system collapsed, so did his world. The suppliers stopped delivering food, customers disappeared, and his wealth, tied up in frozen digital accounts, turned into nothing more than glowing numbers on a dead screen. For weeks, he sat in disbelief, watching people trade goods like it was the old barter age. Rice was worth more than rupees, a bottle of water worth more than gold. The city that once sparkled with lights grew dark. But in the middle of the blackout, Amir noticed something: life didn't stop completely. Children still laughed. Families still gathered. Neighbors began sharing meals and helping one another survive. For the first time in decades, humanity rediscovered what mattered: the real currency. One evening, Amir met an old friend, Rahim, who had once been a mechanic. Now, he was repairing bicycles and building small water pumps for the community. In exchange, people brought him food, clothes, or sometimes just gratitude. "You're doing well," Amir said bitterly. "I had millions once. Now, I have nothing." Rahim smiled. "You still have something, brother. You have hands. You can work. Money failed, not humanity." Those words struck Amir deeply. That night, he couldn't sleep. He looked at his hands, soft, unused to hard labor, and felt shame. He realized that while he had once commanded hundreds of employees, he himself didn't know how to do anything without money. So, he started learning. He helped Rahim fix pumps, carried supplies, cleaned, cooked, anything useful. Slowly, Amir rediscovered purpose. The village of value. Within months, their small neighborhood transformed. People built a local trading system based on skills and trust. Teachers offered lessons in return for bread. Farmers exchanged vegetables for handmade soap. Craftsmen fixed broken things instead of throwing them away. They called it the village of value. And surprisingly, it worked, not because it was perfect, but because it was human. When money failed, trust replaced it. When greed disappeared, gratitude grew. When luxury vanished, purpose returned. Amir's once proud ego melted away. He learned to measure wealth in meals shared, smiles exchanged, and lives improved. The lesson of survival. One day, a traveler arrived, hungry and tired. He offered Amir a gold bracelet in exchange for food. Amir smiled and said, "Keep your gold. It can't fill your stomach." He gave the man bread and water freely. The traveler was shocked. "Why are you helping me without anything in return?" "Because once," Amir said, "I had everything and helped no one. Now I have little, but I share everything." That's how we survived when money failed. The traveler wept. It wasn't gold or power that saved humanity, it was kindness. Hope rebuilt. As months turned into years, people across regions began rebuilding a new society, not based on paper money or digital tokens, but on community and cooperation. Villages like Amir's became examples of resilience. Governments eventually restored systems, but the people had already learned their greatest lesson. Wealth is not in your wallet, it's in your worth. When the world economy slowly restarted, Amir's old restaurant buildings were gone, but his village of value thrived. It became a hub where people could eat, learn, trade, and grow together. He named it the People's Table. No prices, no profit, only participation. Journalists came to ask how he built such a strong community without money. Amir simply said, "Money is a tool. When the tool breaks, the builder remains." Skills, trust, and kindness never go bankrupt. What truly survived? When money failed, 5 things survived and thrived. 1. Skill. Those who could fix, grow, build, or teach became the richest people alive. 2. Trust. Words mattered again. Promises became currency. 3. Community. Survival came not from competition, but cooperation. 4. Purpose. People worked for meaning, not for numbers. 5. Kindness. The rarest currency became the most valuable one. The collapse that once seemed like the end turned out to be a rebirth. Humanity remembered what it had forgotten, that life's true value can never be printed or coded. The message. Years later, Amir told his grandchildren the story. They listened wide-eyed as he described the chaos and the rebirth that followed. One of them asked, "Grandpa, do you miss money?" He smiled. "No, my child. I miss the time when we believed it could buy everything. Because when it failed, we learned that the heart, not the wallet, keeps the world alive. And so, when money failed, humanity didn't. Compassion became currency. Honesty became wealth. And love, the oldest and strongest value of all, survived everything." Moral. When money fails, humanity prevails. What truly sustains us isn't wealth, but wisdom, the courage to care, to share, and to rebuild a better world from nothing but heart.